defeat the highway.
I'm gonna ride it. Low. Hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Welcome back
Why'd I say it like
to Ace Attorney
Back to Eclipse.
Investigations Collection, episode
Edgeworth.
16.
Welcome back to Edgeworth. My phone stand is wonky.
I think
The edge on my worth till Ace
Wait, what?
Attorney. Don't worry
Can we
about
do it in? Can we do it in unison?
What are we doing in unison?
What are we saying?
Welcome back to Eclipse.
No. That's too much.
I think we're
yeah.
all good now.
Okay.
It's not letting. Okay.
All right, yeah, welcome back. I'm not sure if we're gonna finish it today. We'll see how long this chapter ends up being. Let's see. We're on this one. Like this.
I have so many snacks.
Hi, Chili. Hi, Ralph.
Hello.
I'm
Welcome,
gonna
welcome.
loudly eat a veggie straw. Okay.
If I
just don't
do
feel like
sound
muting.
to the audience, if I do sound a little bit different, it took 3 years for me to finally download software for my mic that was necessary, so I stopped peaking.
You don't download drivers for stuff after you buy it?
When I got it, it didn't give me the piece of paper saying, "Oh, you need to download this on your computer."
No.
All right,
It's
here we
okay.
are. We're back in the lobby. Last episode we found out that Sheena was Callisto Yu from 7 years ago, or however long it was. But there's still some more mystery to be solved. I am super congested today, so please excuse me.
Yeah, congested crew.
He's okay.
So now we know who the Yatagarasu really was. And yet, there remains much to this case that needs to be resolved. Like how the weapons crossed country lines, for example. The two countries have incredibly strict security systems and entry procedures. Short of a miracle, it's impossible for someone to have smuggled them in. Smuggling them in, huh? We will need to open a new line of investigation on just this aspect alone. But before we do, I would like to go through my evidence once more.
Hey, there's a VCR here, sir. Now we can see what's on the tape Detective Bad gave us.
This piece of evidence from the KG-8 incident, hidden from sight for 10 long years. I just know that this is related to the current case somehow. Detective Gumshoe, if you could please play the tape for us.
Sure thing, sir.
Ooh. Ooh. Oh, it's him.
Oh,
What is he holding?
This man, it's Manny Cochin.
And he's holding a knife in his hand.
That's like a bread knife.
It does. It looks like a little,
Yeah, it does-
little
it does
butter
look like
knife.
And this looks like footage from a security camera at the entrance of an apartment building. At perfect eye level.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
An apartment building? How do you figure that? Unlike you, I actually read the summary file on the KG-8 incident. And the crime scene was the victim's own apartment. So this footage was shot at the entrance to the victim's own apartment building. At the trial, Mr. Faraday claims that this piece of footage existed. However, no one could find it. Yes, somehow someone was able to steal it and hide it through Mr. Ernest Amano. I can see how this would have been a definitive piece and why someone would want to hide it.
But it's a piece of evidence from a 10-year-old case. There's no way it's related to the case we're working on now, sir.
Actually, I believe it has everything to do with the case we're working on now. The ringleader even went so far as to use Mr. Portsman to retrieve it. Which means that in this video lies a very inconvenient bit of footage to the ringleader.
Where?
Relax, Gumshoe.
Where is it?
Wait, what was
He's so
that?
excited. Huh?
Kay and Princess
I
going
know.
straight at the camera.
I was gonna say.
You got the whole squad laughing.
Wait, guys! Look what's on the TV. Oh my God! It's an episode of Eclipse.
Whoa.
Whoa, dude, what?
That's crazy.
The clip later for that is gonna go so hard.
That bit you played just now. Please show it to me again.
Ooh.
This car.
Hmm.
This is something we cannot overlook.
Why is that, sir?
Gumshoe.
Look here, Detective Gumshoe. Well, it's gotta be the little flags on front, right? This is the national flag of the Principality of Cadopia. And because it has the national flag on it, we know this to be an official government car. But the question we should be asking ourselves is, what was a government car doing there? Oh.
Miss Von Carp. I don't remember if I gave him squeaky voice or low voice.
It was kind of close to Miss Oldbag.
Miss Von Karma
Yeah,
and
that's
Mr. Edgeworth, so you were here all this time.
Love his big ol' nose. Ambassador Alba.
Thank you very much for continuing the investigation, even at this time of night. If only I was even a tiny bit more careful. This tragedy would never have happened. I truly am sorry.
This wasn't your fault, sir. This had nothing to do with how careful you were.
You idiot! Fuck.
And Quercus?
Quercus! You couldn't chase after a simple thief!
Didn't we come up with like a silly name for him? I can't remember what it was.
I don't remember. Quercus. Now then, let's get down to the real reason why I came looking for the two of you. I would like you to put the investigation on hold for a while. Can you do that?
No.
Please.
Hold on, let me finish this bite.
That's kind
Please.
of weird.
That's a little weird.
That is, it's a little weird.
Alright, I just ate like the second half of my pot sticker.
It's okay.
Our sticker sounds so good right now. I had the option to eat them earlier, and I declined.
Ooh.
And now I
Are you
want
guys-
them.
Man.
Why are you guys eating stickers?
It's because...
Well, right now I'm eating straws.
Yeah, prove those turtles right.
Excuse me?
I heard you've apprehended that the thief that turned his embassy upside down. And we are all in the middle of an event celebrating our country's reconciliation. We can't exactly have the police and detectives walking around here forever. You're scaring the visitors away, so I hope that you can understand how I feel.
But we must finish our investigation and resolve the remaining issues.
Why don't we leave the rest to the Alabastian and Babalese police?
Ambassador, we are so close. Just a little more and...
Miss Von Karma, I'm afraid I've made up my mind. And without my permission, you can't proceed your investigation anyway, right?
That's true, however, as he said at the very beginning, this area can be considered to be Alabastian soil, in which case we are nothing but foreigners in their land. Is this really where our investigation ends? Oh.
Yeah!
Oh.
Shifu, we found Mr. Edgeworth, sir.
Shifu, this way. Yo.
Agent Lang, you're back on the scene rather quickly.
If I laid back and took a break, I'd lose the scent of my prey, Mr. Prosecutor.
Agent Lang, why have you returned?
Because I have to solve this case no matter what.
Well, I'm sorry to inform you. And don't take this the wrong way. I don't suspect you personally. However, a member of Interpol was just found to be a thief, and so...
Grr. Sorry.
Under these circumstances, I wish to put your investigation on hold. After all, I believe our own police can handle things from here. They are quite capable.
At this rate, our investigation really will come to a close.
Oh my god, you didn't cut out.
Yeah, dang, wow.
Yay!
Amazing.
Nice.
And I'm so glad.
Drivers for the win!
Drivers for the win. I'm so happy.
Drivers!
Ambassador Alba, I get it now. I really do.
Oh, I'm very glad you understand how I feel.
No, not that. What I was talking about is... I know who the killer is behind tonight's murder.
Lang is like her best buddy.
Oh.
No.
That?
Killer?
Do you really mean that, Agent Lang?
Ha. Wolves don't lie.
Then who is it?
Well, let me first say that... Stop it. Well, let me first say that I'm not talking about Mr. Cochin's murder. That was all Sheena. Lang Zi says the truth lies not at the exit, but rather shines outside the maze itself.
Okay.
The truth is unexpectedly simple. So let me ask you this. Who do you think was Damask 2's killer?
I completely forgot about him.
Mm-hmm. Whoa.
I'll tell you. It was you, Francisco von Karma!
Oh, he's not our best buddy anymore.
What?
What the hell?
Oh my
I was the
gosh.
killer.
Hey,
Jude,
wait,
it's
but... Oh,
Sorry, go ahead.
but that's impossible.
That's like a killer says what moment.
Real. Yeah. Although, what witness? Yeah.
Hold your tongue and that ludicrous remark you're about to make. Agent Lang, are you seriously accusing her of murder?
Yeah, I am.
He doesn't appear to be joking.
Hey sis, I I remember that just before Ambassador Alba went to give his speech, he called you into his office, right?
Yes, he did. But what does that have to do with anything?
I'm getting to that. Furthermore, in order to solve both cases, you moved around rather freely between Alabast and Babel, did you not?
Objection!
And where is your evidence that I am the killer?
I was just getting to that. Trust me, I'll show you them. I'll show them to you in due time. Ambassador Alba, in order for me to bring this case to a close, I'll need to inspect your office one more time. Will you grant me permission?
With things as they are, I suppose I don't have much of a choice, do I?
Good. Then let's move out. Oh, and don't even think about running away, sis. My pack will be keeping a close eye on you. You can bet your bottom dollar on that. Yeah, my pack, 'cause I'm the alpha.
Oh, boy.
As if I would have any reason to flee. But just so we're clear, your logic had better be sound. Because I'll accept nothing short of a perfect explanation. She seems rather upset, not that I blame her.
I expect that I'd expect it that you accept no less. Okay, we're good. But we'll see how long you can keep that nose of yours stuck up in the air like that.
Hold it!
Agent Lang. As someone related to tonight's case, I request that you allow me to take part. And so that I may clean up my superior's mess.
I guess I should. The more the merrier, especially when it's the peanut gallery.
No, in that case, I want to join in too. I still haven't seen what it looks like in Alabast yet.
If you let Kay in, then you gotta let me in too, pal. I can't sit around and do nothing when Miss Von Karma's in trouble.
Hey, Gummy, let's have a competition to see who can save her first, okay?
Okay, I'll take you up on that. Oh yeah, I'm fired up and raring to go.
As a detective, I don't believe this is something you're supposed to be excited over.
Sounds like this is going to get real interesting. Ambassador Alba, I'll be bringing these kids along for the ride.
Very well. But I'd like you to keep in mind that this will be your last chance.
I'll have this whole mess cleaned up before you know it. Now let's go.
Bro's so giggly today.
Mm-hmm.
He's just
Yeah.
laughing it up.
Hold on, I'm gonna run really fast and get like just a little bit of water because my tea is very scalding.
Alrighty.
Okay.
I'll be 1 second.
Ready?
I will eat my last pot sticker.
Guys? I ran out of food. I ate all my soup. I have no more soup.
No more soup.
No more soup.
Some soup?
No, no soup.
Damn.
No, not some, not a little. No more, no less. None.
Damn.
I need more soup.
Now I kind of want soup. This sounds good.
You know, I could really go for some tomato soup and grilled cheese now.
I had tomato soup and grilled cheese yesterday.
What?
It was banging.
Oh,
It's so good, dude.
lucky.
I make a mean grilled cheese.
Oh my god! Stop.
Not the soup.
Dude, Feathers makes some killer ass chai tea.
Ooh. Oh my
Dude, I
god.
literally
I
just
love
mixed
chai
the chai
tea.
oat and the chai and the oat milk together. It's two things.
Do you use that like chai tea concentrate that you
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to use
It's
the
like
I
one
have
starts
a
with a
can
Z
of
in it.
water.
I used to use the one from Trader
Can.
Joe's, but now it's called like Tazo or something.
Oh yeah.
I like that one.
I
I
like the
like-
Tazo.
I like the way she makes it, but she keeps telling me that, oh, I just do this. No, try it.
Outer, I
It's
think
made-
sounds like you just gotta pick up a box of chai tea.
It's made by her. That's what makes it so good.
True.
It's 1,000 times better.
I'm sorry. I need to address. Naka, did you say you got a can of water?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
A can?
Yeah.
Is it like
you
liquid
have
death? or
liquid death?
something?
No.
Yeah. Is it? Yeah, like liquid death.
No.
Like, oh,
It's a can of bubbly water.
Oh.
That's not water.
Oh.
That's sparkling water.
I
Yeah.
don't know why the first thought that went into my mind with canned water was like legit canned water where you have to like get a
I would drink canned water.
no like you heard of canned corn and like canned beans.
Oh,
Yeah,
that type of can.
yeah, that type.
I would
I don't know
canned
why
water.
that thought came
Like
into my
break
mind.
out a
which-
can opener.
Does that become
Like,
still water?
Oh.
yes.
Oh.
Isn't
think-
any water in a container still water?
I think
No,
so,
but like the
yeah.
bad still water.
Oh,
I mean, maybe
no.
if-
Like I'm thinking if you like doomsday bunker it.
I think if it was
Oh.
like filled up completely, then it would be fine.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and if
as long
it
as
was, like,
there's no
purified.
air.
Yeah.
Put sparkling water in your tea?
No, my tea is scalding, so I have the tea separate to cool down. But I'm like, I just ate a bunch
Oh.
of salt, so I'm really thirsty. So I got, instead of a bottle of water, I got a can of the flavored sparkling water.
See, I was on team. I thought you were putting the water in the tea to cool it
No,
down.
no. I just let the
Because
tea
that'd be
cool down.
kind of
No.
interesting. But...
Oh no, this is. I don't even know what flavor this is. God, it's called Bellini Bliss.
Oh.
Hmm.
Peach, pineapple, mango flavors with other natural flavors.
the
Thank
water
you,
or
bubbly.
the tea?
Oh,
Oh,
the water, the
I-
water, the water.
I remember I
The tea.
had.
My
I
tea's
think, like-
peppermint with honey.
Ooh, that'd be a weird mix.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always afraid of like trying something different because it always turns out really bad for me.
Mm.
Because I've tried vitamin water, but I remember when they came out with lavender flavor
Oh no! Oh no!
and I drank it. Oh my god, that was the most horrendous thing I've ever put in my mouth.
Yeah, Starbucks had a lavender drink and they gave us free samples, and I tried it and I hated it. It was like awful.
Dude,
I like a
when
London
I
fog,
hated the
though,
like
dude.
spicy lemonade when they first did samples.
Really?
Yeah, that seemed kind of.
Because
I
it
don't
was
know.
That
just
scares me.
I don't know if it was just this Starbucks, but like it was literally just like lemonade with like tahine mixed in and put on top.
That's so funny.
So like yeah, I guess it was spicy, but it was like inedible because it was just straight like tahine.
There's chunks of tea,
Yeah.
little
And
clumps.
tahine
Like, I
is like
think-
really, really salty, so it was just like
Yeah.
Oh,
Ugh.
was it
horrible.
salty?
The spicy and like the dust in your mouth was like overpowering. So
Ooh,
I would think that lavender belongs only in like tea or coffee.
No,
Nothing-
not coffee. Don't do that.
Really? Coffee?
Oh
No.
God, keep lavender away from
I've
me.
never had lavender, but like it doesn't really
It tastes-
seem like something I would want to put in food.
I
It
would
tastes
But
like
a
you're
only-
eating
London fog,
potpourri. Like it
London
tastes like you're
fog.
eating soap.
I think the only thing
Mm.
lavender is the best at is being soap. Just be
Yeah.
soap. Just
I
That's it.
disagree.
Yeah.
what?
I like lavender and stuff.
I've-
I'm not a big like floral flavor person either. Like I hate rose
Mm.
flavor, but lavender is pretty good.
I guess
in
I've never
context.
tried it.
I think you just like purple.
No. What you talking about? Lavender and lemon goes hard though.
Oh,
It's a
lavender
good
and a
combo.
cookie.
Oh,
Ooh,
well, I guess
biscotti.
like a lavender
Oh.
cracker. I don't know.
I feel like food is a little
Yeah.
easier.
That's true.
Mm.
When it's straight up in like a liquid, I think the concentrate is like maybe a little bit too much.
Mm-hmm.
You know what
So-
I'm a sucker for? Oregano. I fucking love oregano.
Me too.
God,
like
I
oregano.
like cilantro, and my mom thinks it tastes like soap, but I don't.
I'm not too big of a fan of cilantro.
I
The only
love
time
cilantro.
I would
can't
eat
cilantro.
cilantro is like on some street tacos, and that's it.
Mm.
I don't know.
No,
I think
nowhere
I
else.
might have the soap gene, but like it doesn't
I
taste
have the soap gene.
it doesn't taste bad. Like
It tastes a bit soapy, but mostly planty for me. It certainly is flavor,
I guess
but
I
it's
haven't
not like
had
I'm
it
not
in a
like
while.
ew.
I have a core memory of my first time trying this really cheap knockoff beef jerky from a corner store.
Mhm.
And it looked very dry. I remember this taste very vividly. I think I was like, what, 8, I think. And I bit into it. I felt like I just bit into a bar of soap and my mouth was like,
Oh.
blah, 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 blah.
Was it
Wait.
lavender flavored beef jerky?
No, dude,
Oh.
whoever makes that, just as of now, oh my God, the darkest pits open for you. Holy hell.
I don't think that
The-
exists. I hope it doesn't.
The best beef jerky I ever had, one time I was like 8 and my dad was like, let's go to a motorcycle convention for no reason. And I was like, okay. So we went and they had beef jerky and I was like, I want that. So I got beef jerky from a motorcycle convention and it was delicious.
Ooh.
The weirdest beef jerky I've ever had is I live like quite close to the ocean and I guess we can get a lot of like fun imports because of that. And there's like a store that sells like weird beef jerkies of like every animal.
Oh.
That's kind
All
of
of the animals.
That's
Every
interesting.
like I'm talking kangaroo, crocodile,
Oh.
rattlesnake. Yeah. I just get the teriyaki flavor.
I
The
don't know
teriyaki.
if it was.
Okay, we gotta get
Bellinis?
back to the game.
Oh,
No, Bellini is my water.
Tiger asked if we had opinions on any of the characters in this case.
I know he's not from, or I guess for this case specifically. I mean, I really like the other guy, the other ambassador.
Mm-hmm.
He's straight up.
$45? Jesus Christ.
For a half pound of jerky? That's kind of worth it though.
Ugh.
Oh my god.
I want a half pound of beef jerky.
Oh my god.
300 miles away. Okay. Now, let's first go over the fact one more time. Mention's body was found over in the Secretariat's office in Babel. The weapon that took his life was one of the alabaster ornamental knives. And then the body of Damask II, more Kashino, right? Okay,
Mr. Kashino.
there we go. Mr. Kashino was found here in the Alabastian ambassador's office. Throughout our investigation, we found that the murder weapon was this primitive statue. And that this is actually Babel statue. This case, no matter how I look at it, sis, if it wasn't you, then there's no one else who could have pulled this off.
Objection! Agent Lang, do you understand the full implications of what you are saying?
Of course I do, sis. And I'm serious. You were on the trail of the smuggling ring, and you wanted any evidence you could find. And so, while people were distracted by the Yatagarasu's appearance, you snuck in here. That's when you two ran into each other. You and that other thief who took advantage of the confusion from the fire.
Objection!
Even if all of that were true, how do you explain the movement of the weapons?
Don't worry. I plan to show you that you're the culprit behind that too. You had permission to investigate both embassies at will. With that kind of free reign, you could have... Alright. Hey now!
He grabbed it.
Whoa.
What the
Whoa.
Look, sis. I thought I already told you. I'm not messing around here.
Ugh.
This case isn't directly tied to the smuggling ring. But Sheena certainly is tied to the smuggling ring.
He's right in saying that she's a member of the smuggling ring. However, the connection between this case and the ring... could it not be deeper than what any of us can imagine? Ugh. Ugh. I can't make that noise right now.
Just go.
I
Grrr.
can't. Grr.
There we go. There we go.
Perfect.
Let's get this ridiculous circus over with already. Franziska, you need to calm down, because you only know the facts of the Alabastian side of the case. I don't believe you can see the case as a whole, and therefore solve it. But don't worry, I'm taking this seriously as well, and I will prove your innocence.
That's the only way to be, Mr. Prosecutor. But can you come up with anything else that can top my hypothesis? Of course, your explanation has to solve the mystery of the moving weapons as well.
Of course, and I will. Let us now delve into the truth behind the murder of Damask II. You do understand, don't you, Miles Edgeworth? This isn't just a confrontation against Agent Lang. If you can't figure out how the murder of Damask II is related to the smuggling ring, then it will mean the end of our investigation. As long as I have no good counter-argument to his hypothesis, then the best I can do is walk this thin tightrope and see what I can do.
Come on, Mr. Prosecutor. Let's get started.
Yes, let's.
Ooh. One of Alabast's knives was used in the babble to murder Mr. Cochin. And the murder weapon in the killing of Damask II is Babel's primitive statue. Somehow, these two objects were able to penetrate the two countries' impenetrable security. The only one who traversed the two countries just before and after the crime was you.
So long as I can't explain how the weapons moved about, Franziska will remain a suspect.
You got it, Mr. Prosecutor. So why don't you stop giving me a hard time? Under these circumstances, who the heck can carry a weapon across country lines? I've worked through every possibility, and there's only one that's plausible. Your boss.
Do you guys think that like in the case that like this wasn't a family-friendly game, do you think Lang would like swear, or would he still say like
Yeah.
heck or whatever?
No, I'm
I
pretty
feel like
sure.
he totally would, because when he was like, "You bet your bottom dollar," I was like, he's totally just meant to say, "You bet your ass." There, like,
Yeah, like right
Yeah,
there, I
there's-
was like, he would have totally said fuck instead if he could.
yeah.
The way I feel like he would kind of run it down is like, I fucking worked through every fucking possibility, and there's only
Yeah.
one fucking thing that's plausible. You're a fucking boss. And like he would add
Yeah,
punching through at every.
Agent Lang, what I've learned from you just now is that you'd lost sight of yourself.
What the fuck are you talking about?
By focusing too intently on that which is in front of us, we become blind to the truth. Don't tell me Lang Z never said anything to that effect.
Okay, I'm done with the swearing, I promise. You, prosecutor, who do you think you are speaking about Lang Z's proverbs like that?
I don't need his proverbs. Because my words are all you will need to see the truth.
Oh,
Okay.
damn.
Ooh, damn.
Francisco would swear.
Oh my god, I'm craving
Yeah.
jerky so bad now. I just want to have like a bag while I like watch this go down.
Take a whole bag of jerky.
A whole bag.
But the tummy aches.
Oh, that's okay.
But the tummy aches, dude.
I ate like half a pound of soprasada earlier or something. I ate like so much of it.
Jesus Christ.
I'm
man.
already gonna have a tummy ache. It's okay.
Agent Lang, these two items are not the only two to cross the border tonight.
Oh?
Damask 2 was killed with Babel's Primaduck statue, yes? But if that's the case, then tell me, where did Alabast's Primaduck statue go?
This theme is so good.
Hi, randomizer.
To Babel!
Precisely, and if the two statues really were switched, then this means that both statues were smuggled across the border at some point. Which means that a total of 3 items were smuggled across the embassies.
I guess so. But you know what? Chicken butt. It doesn't matter the number. No, no. Dang it.
He got
doesn't-
us.
You fucking got him. It doesn't matter the numbers of items. Only that the sis is the only one who could have done it. Because the only person who went back and forth between Alabast and Babel is her.
Going into deep thought now. Is that really true? Was there no one else who traveled between the two countries? Actually, there was definitely another person. One who paid a visit to both sides of the wall.
That perspective goes hard.
Is that really so, Agent Lang?
What a lousy time to try and bluff your way out of this. I checked out what the guards said, along with the security camera footage. You're not going to overturn my hypothesis that easily.
But suppose there was some other way other than through the theater doors.
What other way?
The other entity that managed to cross the border unharmed. If I pointed out, it would open up a whole new possibility. And though I hesitate to bring this out, as long as this entity exists, the impossible road becomes a possibility.
It looks like you've got some clever idea in mind.
I do, and I can show it to you through a single piece of evidence.
Bro dropped a Sherlock quote and thought I wouldn't notice.
Tuh. Fine then. Let's see this piece of evidence that will show me this other route.
This piece of evidence will show us another way to move between the two countries.
Ooh.
Take that!
Flying.
Agent Lang, I'm sure you are familiar with this unforgettable photo.
Also, yes, I know I said root. I'm from Texas. Of course, I'm gonna say fucking root. All right.
Root.
Route.
That supernatural photo, like I said before, humans can't fly.
No, of course not. I understand that perfectly well.
And don't start claiming that Sheena somehow grew wings either.
I wouldn't dream of claiming that.
And I won't allow you to take back what you said either. Nana nana.
Takesies backsies, dude.
No, I wanted to bring this up. I feel like if Lang gets proven wrong, he's the type to be like, no, stop, dude, no. I'll say it again. It's not humanly possible to fly through the air without wings. So you better have a good explanation for this, Mr. Prosecutor.
Ugh. But how can I prove who it was that flew through the air in this photo? Wait, not humanly possible. Eureka! Very well. You will have your explanation.
It sounds like you have a good idea simmering inside that head of yours. Let's hear it. The face hidden within this photo's blurry, trailed shadow is... Take that!
Naturally, the shadow is the third smuggled object, the Primiduck statue replica.
You can't be serious.
The Atagarasu, or rather, Callisto Yu dressed as Agent Sheena, was inside Babel. She dressed the replica statue up in clothes and launched it through the air.
Ha! Mr. Prosecutor! You left out a very crucial bit in your explanation.
I know I did.
She launched it through the air. Huh. And how exactly did she do that?
Bro.
He's literally baring his fangs at me. But he has a point. Dude, man, when you did that, I thought of my mango vine.
Yeah.
That would totally be him.
Honestly, yeah. I feel like when he says bare his fangs, he's just like, hold on, where are my hands? Like,
Doing the one pose I keep drawing myself in.
How exactly did it move through the air like that? As long as this remains unsolved, we won't be able to move any closer to the truth. Which reminds me, didn't he say this earlier?
hey, sis, I remember that just before Ambassador Alba, he called you and offered, right?
So, just before the murder, Francisco was called here, right into this very room. If that's the case, then there may be another avenue I can pursue. Agent Lang, in order for me to answer that question, I will need to hear testimony from Miss Von Karma.
Oh? What are you up to now, pretty boy?
Okay, hold on.
Whoa,
Hold
whoa.
on. Who?
Don't tread. What?
Bro.
You gotta be some kind of fruity to say this to another man.
Honestly, yeah. How old are they? How old is he?
How old is Lang? I think he's around
Yeah.
our age.
Oh shit. Isn't he like 25?
He's 27, we're 25, I think.
Okay.
I think we're like 26.
Imagine being 27 and calling another man pretty boy.
I can't believe he said that. What the hell?
That's pretty crazy.
What are you up to? What are you up to now, pretty boy? You're pretty, Edgeworth. Did I tell you that?
Earlier, you mentioned something of interest to me. You said that just before the murder occurred, Miss Von Karma had been in this room because Ambassador Alba had called for her. And for that reason alone, you believe her to be the killer.
Yeah, I guess I did say something like that.
In that case, I believe it is my duty to ask her what her side of the story is.
Ha! Do you really think a criminal would tell us the honest truth?
How dare you! As I've said numerous times, there's absolutely no proofs that I am the killer. Miles Edgeworth, don't tell me you suspect me too. I don't. However, I can't ignore the fact that you were in this room at one point in time. Which is why I would like to hear about it from you. What kind of noise? Franziska, I feel that I still don't have enough information. Which is why your testimony is incredibly important to the outcome of this case. Alright. So, what would you like me to talk about? I'd like you to please testify to your movements up until you came into this room.
Alright, let's try this your way for a change. But if what she has to say turns out to be a waste of time, I'll place her under arrest faster than you can howl. No!
As you wish. As I said earlier, I was assigned to guard duty in the Alabastian embassy. After I saw the Steel Samurai off on his way towards the ambassador's office, I returned to the Rose Garden for a bit and checked up on the security situation. After all the preparations were in place, I was called back by Ambassador Alba to his office. Franziska, I want us to make this clear from the very beginning. So what I wish to confirm is that the only time span in which you were in this office was before the murder occurred. Is that correct? Yes, of course. I see. For now, the only way that I can see for us to break out of this situation is to ask Franziska about her testimony in more detail. Okay.
Hold it!
At that time, Damask II's body had yet to be found in this room. Is that correct? That's right. But Ambassador Alba was here. One could hardly miss his rather large presence.
A criminal will say anything to get out of getting arrested. How do we know you're not lying?
Well, if you need proofs, then I'll be happy to oblige you.
Seriously?
Like I keep telling you. When I arrived at this office, Ambassador Alba was already here. He was standing by the flower box in the windowsill, watering his plants.
I can attest to that.
Has he been here? He's been here the whole time.
Yeah,
I guess so, yeah.
I kind of forgot he was. I kind of forgot he was here.
So one of them said his large presence, which I don't know if I would say that in front of about someone in front of them.
I remember speaking with a lovely lady around that time here in my office.
Grr. All right then. Add that statement to your testimony, and let's hear some details.
So Ambassador Alba was in this room at the time, was he?
Hold it!
For the sake of being thorough, I'd like to ask you something. How did you know that Ambassador Alba was watering his plants at the windowsill? What do you mean by that? The entrance to this room is on this side, however the window is on the opposite side. If what you say is true, then when you entered the room, his body would have been like a wall. He would have been blocking your view of what he was doing. Isn't that not correct? I suppose it was a bit hard to see around him. But fortunately for me, Buster Alba is not an immovable wall. I knocked before I entered, and as I did, he turned around to greet me, with a watering can in his hand. So it's only natural to believe that he was watering his plants, right? I suppose. After his greeting, we spent a little time talking about his flowers. He had obtained them himself, and is growing them with the utmost care, you know.
Yes. The plants in this room, they are all like my children.
The passion flowers in the flower box and the windowsill are growing beautifully, too. All 4 of them are in full bloom. Miss Von Karma, what did you say just now? I said that the flowers are growing beautifully. What about that statement do you not understand? What do I not understand? I do not understand why a certain thing is the way it is. I'd like for you to append that statement to your testimony. Very well.
Grr, an alibi. I would like to think that what Lang also does for his morning routine, right, is he has like a long mirror that's like stretched out, like those like really long vertical mirrors, and he stands in front of it and he's like, "You're the alpha. You are the alpha." And he like puts his hands up and he's like, "Run."
He like howls at himself in the mirror.
I think he practices his growls.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's just in the mirror. He's like
sitting coughing in between each take.
He's like, he has like a cup of tea on the like the right side. He's just like, ow, 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 ow.
I imagine he's just like, rawr. How was that, Sheena? It was good, Lang. It's like, no, that was all wrong. That was all wrong.
he like
All
does it in
levels
front of
of
her.
physical, I am a wolf.
He's like that with her. He's just like, "Hey, how's this one? Okay, tell me this one." No, okay. Tell me. All right. What about this one? How's that? How's good? You like the first one? Okay. This is number 2.
All right.
Objection!
Love that. I love this Edgeworth smirk. This is my favorite one of my favorite Edgeworth poses. Franziska, for some odd reason, your testimony contradicts with this piece of evidence. It does appear that way.
Ha! I knew it. I knew we couldn't trust your words, sis.
Mr. Edgeworth! What are you doing discrediting Miss Von Karma like this?
Yeah,
Every time I
sir.
every time I eat a snack, I always just picture the character also eating the same snack and like rushing to like put the bag down to like yell.
Got the Cheetos out. If you keep this up, she's gonna get taken away, sir. Yeah.
All I've done is just state what I saw. I have not made a single mistake in my testimony. And for this, I'm still under suspicion for murder. Is the number of flowers really all that important at this juncture, Miles? At the very least, is there a contradiction in this enigmatic case? One that I find hard to dismiss as irrelevant.
Ha! Then let's hear it, Mr. Prosecutor. What does the number of flowers have to do with anything? What does it prove?
I believe the answer to that will become clear if we were to examine that flower box. How did this contradiction come about? There must be something behind this discrepancy.
They're my beloved flowers. I've grown them with the utmost care. So I ask that you please be gentle with them as you examine them, Mr. Edgeworth.
I understand.
Hey, do you guys think that like Edgeworth and Franziska, like growing up, like they like played courthouse?
Oh yeah, most
Well, I'm
definitely.
sure they did like
Probably.
practice court sessions.
I'm sure they did
together.
too, but like the way that they just talk to each other, I can picture Franziska like pulling up a chair and being like, "This is the bench," and then she's like, "Go over there. I'm gonna yell at you now."
Oh, absolutely.
She didn't even have a whip. It was like a jump rope.
I mean, didn't
Oh,
they?
yeah.
In the anime, I remember they showed a lot more of Franziska and Edgeworth's relationship.
I
than-
literally skipped that episode. I was like, so like, what is gonna happen to the main plot? But
It was so cute.
Kind of crazy
I
to think
love
that
that
Edgeworth might be
episode.
like multi-talented. Like he's like a botanist. Yeah, you're right.
He's a botanist.
He might be a
I
botanist, yeah.
think he's just like a generally well-rounded person.
Mm-hmm.
Though he didn't know that these were called passion flowers, so
Mm-hmm.
Franziska was the one who told him that.
Yeah.
But I think he's generally just an intelligent person, and I think intelligent people usually know a lot about a lot of things. All right. Let's examine these flowers. The name of these flowers, I believe they're called passion flowers. Despite being called flowers, they're actually a species of vine. They appear to be growing well and are well supported by these plant supports.
Yeah, but no matter how I look at it, it looks like there are only two here to me. You realize, don't you, sis? Your little lie has failed you.
Miles Edgeworth, hurry up and shut this man up for me already.
Damn.
I suppose I will need to use some evidence to shut him up, won't I? I believe I have just the piece of evidence you require.
Oh, you do you? You have such confidence in the face of your current plight. But I highly doubt it'll last until the end.
You howl like a wolf, Agent Lang. But we'll see if you have any bite to back up that bark after you see the evidence. Ooh.
What did you say to me?
It's worth spitting this thing.
I could just picture him. He's like on all fours hopping around.
Sheena, who was supposedly in Babel the entire time, had these hair sticks on her that look exactly like the plant supports in this flower box. In other words, I believe it can be said that these hair sticks are in actuality support sticks for the passion flowers.
Yeah. And so what? Is that really all that important to the case?
Of course it is. It means that we've found yet another item that was smuggled between the countries tonight.
Yeah!
Think about it logically, Agent Lang. These sticks were originally in Alabast, but somehow they wound up in Sheena's hands, who was in Babel the whole night. So make no mistake, these sticks were smuggled somehow, just like the knife and statue.
Very well then. I want to hear from you exactly how they wound up in Babel.
How did these support sticks find their way to Babel, and why? There must be some reason as to why they ended up there. Huh, so that's why. Agent Lang, if you would please take a look at this and tell me its shape.
It's just another stick, isn't it?
And so it is. But the shape of the support sticks is what's important. But when they are used with something in this room, that's when it all comes into focus. This is kind of ridiculous.
That's That's a crossbow. Wait,
Uh,
you're not really suggesting.
I am. These hair sticks, or rather, plant support sticks. They make for perfect arrows.
Yeah!
I've done it. I found the common thread that connects the two offices. This thread has yet to be completely untangled. Even using the arrows, how does this explain how the statues were transported? Furthermore, who could it have been who fired these sticks as arrows? There must be a common thread that ties all these things together.
Not so bad.
Mr. Prosecutor, hold up a sec. You do realize what happens when you tie a statue to an arrow, right? They don't fly at all.
Lang, we're thinking, we're thinking.
You can't add the stick with the statue because it's not gonna work.
So hold on a minute, Lang, hold on.
It's like, no. He grabs it, he fucking throws it. He's like, see? So Babel's statue was draped in the Yatagarasu's clothes and then shot over here? Even if you fired the arrow from this side, they wouldn't go far with the statue tied to them. I don't think I need to tell you that the primitive statue didn't sprout wings.
Oh my god, Lang, nothing grew wings.
You're a realist after all, aren't you?
The primitive statues didn't sprout wings. Of course they didn't.
Glad you understand. I feel much better already. I was afraid for a second that you were unaware of that crucial fact.
It's only crucial because you're under the belief that wings are necessary to this equation.
What?
You freaking got it. What the hell? You need to free
Freaking
your
got him.
mind a bit more and let it fly like a bird on the wind. The primitive statues flew, but not on a wing. Allow me a bit of your time and I'll explain this mysterious phenomenon to you.
He's gonna be like, what? No,
So cheeky.
my mind doesn't have wings. No.
Oh my god.
My mind doesn't have wings and it won't fly if you tie it to a stick.
Hold it.
But we are in agreement that an arrow by itself would reach the other side, correct?
But just the arrow by itself, it's pretty meaningless, don't you think, Mr. Prosecutor? Because the things they want to smuggle were a lot bigger than nothing.
No, that's not necessarily true.
Trying to make it more like, what?
What I need right now is not further discussion of my conclusions, it's the launching of my conclusions. What the shooter wanted to launch with the crossbow is not the statues themselves, but rather something a crossbow can launch that can be used to move the statues.
If it wasn't the statue that was tied to the arrow, then what did the crossbow launch? He's like having a hard time trying to figure it out. He's like, it didn't grow wings.
No wings, no flying.
I think that one right there is my favorite. My favorite.
That's a good
Edgeworth
one.
pose. Specifically
good-
where he like taps his head a little bit. Finally, we have reached this point in our discussion. For I present to you that which was carried by the arrow from the crossbow.
Ha! I get it now, Mr. Prosecutor. I can see exactly what you're trying to say.
I don't think you do,
Dude.
but
He
go
doesn't.
on.
He has no idea. You're saying that the wire was tied to an arrow and then shot into Mr. Cochin's office.
my
Oh, maybe
God.
he does actually.
All the way from the 5th floor of the Alabastian Embassy. Down to the 3rd floor of the Babylese Embassy. If what you're claiming is really what happened, I can see how primitive statue could be moved. Gravity could be used to move the statue down the wire from the 5th to the 3rd floor. But then, what about Babbly's primitive statue? The dark shadow in this photo is clearly flying away from Babble. Going in the opposite way of gravity from the 3rd floor to the Babbly's embassy. Up to the 5th floor of the Alabastian embassy. How do you explain that?
I think I finally see how the gears behind this whole trick work. Agent Lang, the motion used behind this trick. I wonder if perhaps you have yet to envision how it works in your head.
Motion? What motion?
This is the motion that was employed to smuggle Babble's Primaduck statue. I believe it was done via rotary motion. If the two statues were transported simultaneously...
Simultaneously? Get real! The statue would collide somewhere along the way. Objection!
Did I ever say that there was only one line of wire between the two offices? If you shot an arrow with the two ends of a wire tied to it, a circular belt can be formed.
Lang Z says, don't objects in Call of Success what is beyond reasonability? Taking into account the tension between taking into account the tension difference between the two wires. The top one would sag too much to the point where the statue would collide anyways. Objection!
Agent Lang. As you know, the Primaduck statue is a one-of-a-kind national treasure. And the fact that Babble's statue is a hollow replica of the real statue, it would naturally be lighter than the real one, meaning that my idea is very possible.
Lang Z says,
Dozy now.
I was like, outer better do it.
Here is what I believe happened. Miss Yu and her mystery co-conspirators set themselves up in the two different rooms. The co-conspirator bridged the rooms by shooting the two ends of the wire down on one arrow. Then the two of them covered the statues and then proceeded to transport the statues. After the switch was completed, another arrow was fired, carrying the other end of the wire down to Babble, where it was to be disposed of. And to do that, Miss Yu hid it inside the grandfather clock. QED.
What the fuck?
Alright.
This
You're
proves
just
it
saying
right.
stuff now.
This proves it, right, Agent Lang? That I'm not the killer.
Holy shit, the change in tone. Not yet, sis. I still haven't had my dessert yet.
Dude, I want some dessert so bad right now.
I would kill for some dessert.
I have
right now.
some.
I want McDonald's.
Dude, don't even. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go insane.
Don't say those words. Do not say those words. Do not.
I do have some dessert here. I bought some Girl Scout cookies the other day.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So, but I guess they changed it because the box says peanut butter cookies instead of tagalongs or no, do-si-dos. So I guess maybe they changed it, or maybe, I don't know, maybe this Girl Scout troop, so this Girl Scout somehow got the wrong shipment of cookies or something.
Oh my god. They got the knockoff Girl Scout cookies.
It tastes the same though, so I guess they just...
have, are they peanut butter cookies or
I get
Sandwiches.
the sandwich, the little sandwiches.
Oh, I mean, is that what they're called?
They're called, well, usually they're called do-si-dos.
Yeah, yeah.
But on the
Do you
box
have-
it says peanut butter cookie or whatever. I don't have the box with me. It says something like that.
Probably peanut butter sandwich. Or yeah, that's what they call it over here. That's why.
Yeah, let me grab it real
Oh.
quick because I do want
That's
some
interesting.
cookie.
Man, now I want Girl Scouts cookies. I forgot that they
I
were
wanna-
selling them on Instagram.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to buy some.
I want everything that we don't have in my home.
We don't have like anything sweet in my house right now. It's
I-
a shame.
I try to avoid sugar.
Yeah,
Not
I
me.
don't usually have too much sugar, but I've been in a
Like-
sugar
Yeah.
mood.
I've been having these nerd gummies clusters, you know, the little
Oh,
gumdrop
Yeah.
ones.
yeah.
I've been having these for like 2 months already. I stretched these
Mm.
out.
We don't have a lot of sweets in my house, so when I get something like that, it hits like crack. I'm like, I need all of this.
I'm
Tiger
back.
Cat. The answer is Pearl.
Pearl
Welcome back.
and Kay, I think.
Okay,
Wait,
yeah.
what are we talking about?
Who would who would be a Girl Scout, I guess.
Not Maya.
Pearl would
I
Pearl
feel like
would
Maya
threaten
would
people.
definitely be a Girl Scout. She'd be like, "Let's go camping."
Oh yeah, I
think
guess
she
so.
would. I think she'd be a great camp counselor.
That's what I was just thinking, yeah.
Okay,
Maya
yeah.
camp counselor, Pearl would just threaten everybody to buy the
Pearl's
cookies, like, or
actually-
else.
Actually, Pearl is too young. She would be a brownie.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know the terminology.
Okay, yeah, this box says peanut butter sandwich.
Oh.
You got
Take
the
a bite.
shipment from over here.
They're the same though, right? Oh,
Yeah,
oh gosh,
the same.
I almost
Oh,
dropped
no.
my cookies.
No!
It's
We're
okay, it's
we're
okay.
literally that's crazy. If wrong shipment, then that
hold
means
on.
that shipment was meant to be on the other side of the country.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Okay, OBS disconnected for a second, but
Oh, no.
I think we're back.
Oh.
But yeah, let me take a bite of this cookie first.
I want Girl Scout cookie.
I was tempted with Dr. Pepper today.
Yeah.
I've been
I
drinking
did not
soda.
drink it. I did not drink it.
I've been doing bad, but that's like okay, because like sometimes you just need something terrible for you.
I've been back on my
That's true.
Arizona grind a little bit, though. I've been trying to
Mm.
slow it down because I'm a
Mm.
fiend with the Arizona.
Mhm.
I've been eating a ton of pickles.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, so at the Target, you can buy like these little pickle bites, and they come in like a little bag, and like they're a snack size little pickle. They're called like snap pickles or something.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's like there's regular, there's like medium, they're called sassy bites, and then there's the
Oh.
hot ones. And I really like the sassy ones because they're a little bit sweet
Oh,
and a little bit
They
spicy.
have a hot ones collab.
I
That's
think
crazy.
I heard about those.
They're so good. I'm like addicted. I eat them like every single day with like one of those little like meat, cheese, and cracker platters. I like
Hmm.
every single day I get that, and I just like
You
I
got
like bring
Lunchables,
food.
but
Yeah.
elevated.
Yeah, I like bring food with me to work,
Elevated.
and then I'm like, no, I want my cheese platter and my pickles. I was like, funny story actually about the pickles. I was having kind of a bad day at work this morning, and I was like, okay, at least I can have my pickles. And like there's two different kinds where you can buy them like pre-sliced, which are the ones that I get, or like a whole pickle. And I was like all excited, and I opened the bag and I bought like a whole pickle, and I was like, I'm gonna look like a doofus eating this in the break room.
Dude, yeah, my mom used to we went to this, I won't say like the name of it, but like we went to the store that was like they had like bulk stuff.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And they used to have like these enormous jars of pickles, and they were like
my gosh.
gigantic pickles in them, like the biggest pickles I've ever seen. And I remember we used to get it for what, like it was just me and my mom, like it was just two,
Mhm.
you know, two people, but we would just get these gigantic pickles. Okay, I need a drink with these peanut butter cookies because it's peanut
Making
butter.
sticks too.
I'm gonna go get a
Also,
glass of oat milk real quick.
I'm gonna go get some cranberry juice. I'll be back.
I want to
Okay.
drink oat milk, but I can't because it hurts me.
Oh, I'm
I
sorry.
had really, yeah, I think I told the story before probably, but I like only changed oat milk. I started getting it in my coffee, and I ended up with like such severe stomach pain. I had to like go to health services on my college campus, and they were like, maybe stop drinking that.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
So I did, and I never got that again. I thought I was having a stomach ulcer.
Ooh, that's not a good sign. So glad you stopped.
Yeah, it was like really bad. I remember very vividly. It was like peak awful stomach, and we had like a fire drill. And I was like standing outside like of my dorm, like just holding my stomach, and I like looked at one of my roommates and I was like, I think I'm dying.
Oh god. That's great timing.
Mm-hmm. One time the fire alarm went off at 1 in the morning.
Ugh.
I couldn't remember if it was you guys I was telling that story to or someone else, but like yeah, one time it was like 1:30 in the morning and like I was in bed and the fire alarm went off.
Mm.
So like we all had to get out of the dorm. And it turned out like these people like forgot to put water in their microwave mac and cheese
Oh
and
my
like
god.
yeah, it like burst into flames or something. I don't know. But we all had to leave and there were people like some people were like in shower caps and stuff. People were like in their pajamas. It was like the middle of
Wow.
winter too. It was like really
Oh.
cold.
God, that sounds awful.
Yeah. I miss college. I did my laundry at like midnight all the time. Cause the laundry room was in the basement and my room was like I had one time I lived in the basement and it was like fine, but like there was like a whole bunch of big bugs. So I was
Oh.
like yeah, we had like giant spiders and like millipedes, like
God.
stuff, like little centipedes, and I was like, no, let's not live here anymore. So like then you had to like lug your laundry basket like down to the basement and I was like, I'll just get it at midnight.
Okay.
I would often
I'm back.
Hello. We were
Welcome
talking
back.
about
Okay, back.
college and how I did my laundry at
Laundry.
midnight.
I
As
did
I
some
could,
laundry
and like one
today.
oh, that's fun.
Nice.
That's not really fun, just kidding. One
I
time
went to
my
work.
roommate I went to work. One time my roommate was like, I'm gonna put my pillow in the washing machine. And I was like, hey, I don't think that's a good idea. It's gonna get all soggy and I don't think it's gonna dry. And she was like, no, that's like it's like a thing. You can like totally wash your pillow. And she just like shoved her whole pillow into the washing machine. And I was like, okay. I'm pretty sure it said you could machine wash the case, not the pillow, but suit
Yeah.
yourself.
I think as long as you
Yeah.
put like more than just one, because I think the weight, the unbalancing is an issue when you wash pillows, because you can put
Nah,
them in the dryer
she-
or the washer.
She shoved that whole thing in there, and that was it. And I just kind of looked and went, okay.
Alrighty. Let's continue.
Okay. I think I
My
was
bad.
back.
Yeah, I'm back. Right, Mr. Prosecutor.
The proof is in the pudding, as it were.
Pudding is a nice dessert. So, do you think you can do it? Can you prove that what you said is what happened? Because remember, if you can't, I'll be taking a certain someone back home with me as a souvenir. All right, that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
I agree that as long as there is no proof, my hypothesis remains just that. However, what I've laid out is no mere hypothesis, for there's one more piece of evidence.
One more? This should be interesting. You think you have a piece of evidence that will turn your hypothesis into fact? Well then, let's see it, Mr. Prosecutor.
The thing that made it possible to create a circular belt out of a length of wire. I believe that is right here in this very room.
Take that!
Oh.
Huh. Looks like you dropped another bomb on us again.
I would avoid using that type of language in like a government setting.
Yeah.
I would, yeah.
The last piece to the trick are 2 pulleys. Precisely. The ceiling fans double as pulleys in this case. And thanks to the fact that there is one installed on each of the offices, the ceiling fans made for the perfect pulley set for the wire to run on. I think that's
I've been listening to this specific song like 5 times a day, every day for the last like 4 days. Like,
Oh
I
my
need
God.
help. I just need to tell you guys.
This must be it. This is how the smugglers bypass the impenetrable security.
Grr. That change of tone. That change of fucking tone. You really are something else, Mr. Prosecutor. I bet you figured it all out already, haven't you?
Pretty boy.
You know who's the big hotshot that set up this real-life stage show is? Don't you?
And the person who set up this rather large and complex stage show needs to be someone who had foreknowledge of the existence of a ceiling fan in both the Alabastian and Babyliss offices, and that the passion flower support sticks could be used as arrows. The real mastermind behind this case.
Well, don't you dare make this wolf wait for his food.
Oh my god.
Why are you
Lang,
so
every time,
hesitant?
I'm always like, Lang is so cool, and then he like speaks, and I'm like, oh.
He's going wolf mode.
Why are you so hesitant, Miles Edgeworth? If you can't say who it is, why don't you present something like you always do? A single point of the finger here and this case will explode into an international incident. However, it's already too late for me to stop at the forward momentum. It appears that I have no choice now but to rush in.
I think it's Lang.
Lang?
it's Lang?
I don't think it's Lang.
I think it's
I don't
Lang.
think it's Lang. I think no.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't think it's Lang.
It's not Francisca.
It can't be
Who
Fred.
do we
She's been with
know?
us the whole time.
No, yeah.
You start
It was
like counting
Pikachu
who you
guys.
The
know. and you're-
the old man.
I don't know. Was it the old man?
I kind of thought
Maybe.
maybe the tree nose man was the guy.
The
Mm,
tree, Mr. Pinocchio.
Yeah, Mr. Pinocchio himself.
This smuggling could not have been possible without the use of the crossbow. Oh, also, I'm not gonna speak on that question because
Oh.
I am familiar
Oh, yeah.
with this case already, so I know the answer. So I'm not gonna say who I think it is because I know who it is.
Thank you.
And furthermore, the arrows that were shot by the crossbow were plucked, as it were, from the flower box in this very room. They were planted so long ago that the passion flowers had the time to grow so big that Miss Von Karma didn't even notice the arrows when she visited this room today. On top of all this, the fact that the culprit knew that both offices had ceiling fans tells us that the person has very detailed information on this embassy's layout. So as you may have already guessed, the person I've been accusing of hatching this plan is the person who grew the flowers in the flower box with the utmost care. Thus, it can only be you, Quercus alba.
oh, that's his name.
Are you out of your mind, Miles Edgeworth? I'm certain of what I'm saying, and I'm sure that he is the culprit.
Tell me, Mr. Prosecutor. What was the ambassador trying to accomplish by doing all that stuff you just outlined? Why in the world would he need to use a trick like that?
I understand your need to doubt me. However, there's one thing that stands out to me as very odd.
Just one thing, huh?
The one single end result Ambassador Alba sought to obtain. If we were to examine the focus of this complex trick, I believe we will finally find the answer to everything. Everything will become clear once we examine this piece of evidence.
Take that!
I would fully understand the reasoning had the situation been the reverse. However, to go through the trouble of swapping the real Primaduck statue for the fake, I sense a very shady reason for such a bizarre action. And who better to ask for that reason than King Primadux himself?
I see. Ambassador, we'll be examining the statue now. With or without your permission. He's just...
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I'm like waiting for him to like stand up straight and like swing his cane or something.
He turns into like
Throws
a
the
very
cane
handsome
away.
man.
Oh,
He's got a sleeper built under that cloak.
That'd be fucking crazy, bro. There's like an 8-pack under there.
But yeah, to answer your question in the chat, I have played through most of the Ace Attorney games, aside from the ones that Naka has played.
I've played through only that one.
Oh god, we're gonna have to
Opposites.
speak British later on.
I know,
British.
kind of a tangent, but last week after you left the call, Feathers, I forcibly was like showing them all like trailers for the game, and like we were all trying to do the
Voice
voices, and I was
lines
like,
and
yeah, I was like casting.
Okay.
I
I'm
like
I want to
mine.
show you too.
I'm still practicing. My British accent.
He's like, oh
Yeah,
yeah.
there's-
Oh, how's it going, bruv? Yeah.
Nice.
There's a character in the game who I think would be perfect for that.
How's it going,
There's
bruv?
two. Yeah. Yeah.
Alright, let's take a look at this statue.
It's on the feet, I bet. How
What
much you
it
wanna
do,
bet?
my gangsters?
Yeah.
Oh,
I was right.
well, we saw this
Hey.
handprint already, I think.
Oh.
Oh.
dirty ass hands, dude.
Yeah.
Who's putting their
whoa.
hands there? Dang.
Dude, I don't want
Who's
no
doing
one
that?
touching my food, face, or anything with those dirty hands.
What are we looking for again?
We're just,
Looking.
looking, yeah, but...
Okay. That's a nice statue. You think it's gold or like gold plated? Like solid gold? That'd be kind of crazy.
It's solid.
Wow.
Oh, that's me. This guy kind of looks like the Steel Samurai, don't you think? Maybe it's because they... Wait. Maybe... Oh, Jesus, okay. Maybe it's because they all look alike that he was picked to be the Goodwill Ambassador?
I suppose that's possible.
Or is the ambassador of goodwill?
Take a look at this area around the base of his neck. It looks like a gap.
Hey, you're right! Maybe it's meant to be some kind of secret? I kind of forgot Kay was in the room with us.
Perhaps it's possible to open the statue from this gap in its construction.
Hey, Naka, can I test something out? Can you say like in a very high pitched voice?
Listen.
But, listen!
It cuts
Yeah,
out.
It cuts out.
yeah.
Good enough
Damn.
though. Good enough.
It was too high. Listen!
What?
Listen!
I don't know why I give him a British accent there.
Hurry up and opens it, Miles. Alright, here goes. Whoa!
Oh snap!
Money.
Yes.
Chocolate.
Wow, it really did open up. Hey, what's this thing that fell out?
Mhm. I believe a
Those
more thorough
coupons.
examination of it is required.
Whoa.
What in the... is this?
Hey, is that what I think it is?
It's a plate for making counterfeit bills.
Oh, we were all wrong.
Oh.
Somehow, it appears that we've at long last arrived at the exit to this complex labyrinth. We finally hold within our hands one of the counterfeit money plates. And the reason why the replica was smuggled into Alabas to begin with.
Hmm.
Damn. They're gonna find Bink on that plate.
That statue's a lot bigger than I thought.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
yeah.
whoa.
It's like a
That's a-
whole man.
I thought it was like
How
a
the fuck-
foot tall or something.
Yeah.
That thing's like
Oh,
2 feet tall.
Maybe he's very small.
Very strong too. Holy shit.
Yeah.
The Prima Duck statue can only be handled by the ambassador or the secretariat. And the replica is nothing more than a hollow shell covered in gold. These two circumstances make the statue the ideal object in which to hide contraband. After receiving the statue containing the counterfeit plate from Sheena, the ambassador had the misfortune of accidentally running into Damask II. Surprised by the thief, the ambassador raised the replica statue at Damask II and...
Damn.
So,
Yeah.
why was he even here again? Damask 2? Do we know that yet?
I think he was,
Like, is he just here?
yeah, I think he was just trying to steal something, because this
Okay,
isn't, like, the,
alright.
it's not the real Damask, so, like...
Yeah, I couldn't remember. I was like trying to think if they just like threw
Yeah,
a
I
random
mean,
character in here. To
I don't
this
really
work,
remember
or...
either, to be honest.
okay.
They might bring it up again. Then, in order to frame the steel samurai of the murder, he covered the samurai sword in blood. Well, Ambassador Alba?
He's like lost in thought. He's like,
He like doesn't know what's happening.
he's asleep.
Yes, dear.
It's really funny.
You're the leader of the smuggling ring? My country is a mess. And it's all because of you.
You're the one who killed Damask too? Answer us.
Oh, I never thought. I never thought that you would figure things out to this level. However, there is one point I disagree with you on. The head of the smuggling ring was Mr. Cochin.
Ooh. Quit screwing around. I have no sympathy for. No. But fine. I have no sympathy for someone who would try to pass the guilt onto a dead man. If there is one thing I'm sure of, it's that you're the real ringleader, Querus Alba.
It's not good to speak with such subjectivity, you know, Agent Lang.
Subjectivity. My conclusion is anything but, and is the result of logic and investigation.
Logic and investigation. Only seconds ago, you were ready to arrest Miss Von Karma. I don't think we can give such flip-floppy logic any real weight, do you?
Ha. It looks like you still don't get it looks like you still don't get why I came back.
Excuse me?
You see, the reason I came back is so that I could sink my fangs into your wrinkly old neck.
God, what the? No.
He's just like you, Naka.
Oh, he's the gross Neil.
This one's weird though.
He's too old. That's a little too old. Just a little.
From the very beginning, my real target has been you.
What?
Agent Lang, I demand an explanation.
Sorry, sis. I didn't mean to put you through all that. I knew you were innocent from the very beginning.
Oh,
Okay.
I knew it! I knew it!
I just
You
kinda-
did?
I kind of feel like he's just playing along now. I knew that this whole incident had been meticulously planned and prepared for. So naturally, the occupant of this room, Ambassador Alba, seemed the most suspicious. But without the ambassador's permission, we couldn't get in to take another look around.
Ah, so that's why you put on this big show to accuse Franziska of the murder. Using Franziska as the bait, you were able to gain us entry and investigative rights.
Yeah, if I hadn't done that, I doubt the ambassador would have given the okay to poke around.
This guy is our best friend.
So that's what this was all about. Very well, I will forgive you. But in exchange for using me as bait, you will take some responsibility and help us find the truth. Agent Lang, for giving me such great opening, I thank you.
You know, I just knew, Mr. Prosecutor, that somehow, if we were able to find some proof by investigating this room, that you would be able to figure out the real culprit with your special brand of logic.
The evidence detectives collect combined with the logic of a prosecutor. That's just as it should be in a prosecutor-detective team, right?
Tuh, I don't know about all that. But one thing I do know is that I'm itching to see that old man get what's coming to him.
You're quite scary when you want to be, aren't you?
Nah, never mind. Hey, you were the one who was planning to use me to push all the guilt onto Sis. But unfortunately for you, you misjudged me.
Agent Lang, I wish for you to stop trying to intimidate me. What we need right now is evidence and proof. I wonder if you have what it is necessary to prove that I am the head of the smuggling ring.
Don't be such a sore loser. If you really are the head of the smuggling ring, then you should acknowledge your crimes with dignity.
Dignity? That is nothing more than a fool's insincere display of strength. If you really wish for me to acknowledge my crimes, then I would like to first see some of the things you call evidence.
Grrr.
I tell you, I know nothing, really. I didn't even know that a counterfeit plate was hidden inside that statue.
You swamped a real statue that vested in your country the authority to rule for a fake. It doesn't make any sense that you didn't know anything.
Doesn't make any sense. Where doesn't it make sense? Can you prove that it doesn't make sense?
Ugh. He's really got us. He's turned the entire situation around against us. The proof that Interpol has been after, which points to this man as the ringleader. If we can somehow find that proof now, then we can see to it that justice is finally served. Is there nothing I can use to break this case wide open? The trump card and the videotape. With those two items, we might be able to finally bring this man down. But the card is evidence from a case that Mr. Faraday hid away in secret. And the tape was stolen by Detective Bad from the police. They're both illegal evidence. No matter what, a protector of the law can't be allowed to use such pieces of evidence. Ooh.
Oh.
We're getting dad PTSD.
Right. Needless to say, we Von Karmas are commanded to achieve nothing but victory. And by any means necessary.
The only way to bring someone like that to justice was to do so outside of the courts. That's what we thought at the time.
I no longer follow the path of Manfred von Karma. And I won't follow the path of the Yatagarasu. This leaves me with what? What creed will I believe in? I want to pursue the truth, then I will sully my hands in illegality. And if I want to pursue justice, then I will lose the truth. What is the law and what is justice? And what path is a prosecutor supposed to follow? That choice is one I must make by my own hand, here and now. Ooh.
Oh.
For some reason, I don't even know if Kay is gonna play into this, but I was like, he's gonna throw Kay at him. Just be like, here!
Alright. What do you want to do, guys?
Get him, use it!
Use it.
Where's
Okay,
the card?
yeah.
There
It
is
was,
no
it was 2
limit
out of 3.
to the law. Any limit that exists was set there by man. When a person goes beyond that limit, then the law too crosses into new territory. For what reason were laws invented? The answer to that is what I must now show. Okay, Edgeworth, calm down a little bit.
Yeah, he's like having a crisis.
Ambassador Elba, I wonder if you might recognize this.
Oh, I wonder what that card is. I've never seen that before in my life.
It's a directives card used by the leader of the ring to relay instructions to his subordinates.
Oh, is that what it is?
This card was sent to the real culprit behind the KG8 incident 10 years ago. A man by the name of Mr. Manny Cochin.
Oh, so why do you have such a card in your possession?
Because it was hand-delivered to me. By a certain great thief, the Yatagarasu.
The Yatagarasu gave that to you. Don't talk nonsense, and let's be serious, Mr. Edgeworth. Do you have any proof that that card contains directions from the ringleader?
All of you know that the card is not the only thing I was given.
What?
And this contains security footage that was shot just before the start of the KG8 incident.
The KJ8 incident?
The card and the video. These two pieces of evidence are what will seal your fate.
Oh, very interesting. I must admit, I am very curious now. Very curious indeed, in these case-deciding pieces of evidence you've presented.
The prey the Yatagarasu has been chasing all this time now stands before me. I can't allow this man, who has had free reign for 10 long years, to simply walk away. Now is the time for me to bring to fruition the valiant spirit that was given to me.
It is 1 a.m. Oh my goodness.
Ew.
Edgeworth has not slept in like 3 days.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
He's gonna collapse after this.
Yeah. So, what is the interesting thing that you wanted to show me?
The trump card and the videotape. These two pieces of evidence together make for the ultimate hand. And this is where the real meaning behind Detective Bad's words will be realized. Detective Gumshoe.
Yes, sir.
What you see here is security footage shot just before the KJ8 murder occurred. From this footage, we know that the card is a directives card from the smuggling ring. Not like this, right?
Oh, I didn't even see that.
Yeah.
As you can see, Mr. Cochin is holding the card in his right hand.
I see. The killer is indeed holding a card with the exact same design on it. But that card and the one you have, just because they look the same doesn't mean that they are, does it now?
Ah, but there's a very easy way for me to prove that they are, in fact, one and the same. All we have to do is simply take a look at this. Oh, gotta pull out the arrow keys for this one.
Whoa.
Wow. Did
Whoa.
another 360 there. This dark red blood. Yes, this is your proof. Proof that the orders on this card were played out in that terrible tragedy. The blood belonged to the victim of the KG8 incident. With a bit of DNA testing, we can very easily verify that as fact. If you have no objections, then I'd like for you to take a look at this next piece of footage. This car that passed by in front of the victim's apartment building. It's an official Cadopian government car.
What?
Detective Gumshoe, if you could please magnify the footage with just something you could definitely do to a VHS tape.
What
Oh
the
my
hell?
This just like even if you could do that, you wouldn't. It would be so like shitty because
It would be a bunch of
Definitely
pixels.
It
pixely.
would be pixels, yeah.
It's like it wouldn't even be pixels. This is a VHS tape, so it's on like a CRT, so you would you could
Oh, yeah.
like barely be able to see it.
Colors.
Alright.
Edgeworth uses child. It's super effective.
True. Put that a little.
The shape of this pocket and the directive's card in it. It tells us that without a doubt, this person in this car is Mr. Cochin. The license plate on the car was also captured by the security camera, and with it we can easily find out who was sitting in this car on that day, 10 years ago. Which is why I can say with confidence that you were riding in this car on that day.
Whoa.
He got rabies! He got rabies!
Oh,
Whoa.
here we go! Whoa!
Whoa.
I fucking knew it!
You've done
no
well,
way.
boy,
I
to
knew it.
make it this far.
He did stand up.
However,
I hate
about
his
your
teeth.
claim. Yeah, what happened? About your claim that I was riding in that car at the time. That's going to be mighty difficult to prove.
How so?
The Principality of Cotopia no longer exists. So naturally, all records from that time period also no longer exist.
Ugh, that arrogance. What he really means is he's already erased all traces of them.
Are we finished here, boy?
The only weapon I have left to me now is this piece of footage. There must be something here that I can use against him.
It's not like he was conveniently just, you know,
There's a thing right there.
Yeah, what is
yeah, touching the thing that.
Yeah.
that?
What the? Ambassador Alba.
Yes, what is it?
You were once an army man in the service of Codopia, and it was you who made the many missions you participated in successes, correct?
Why the sudden backhanded praise, boy? Although, to be sure, the brilliant medals on my breast were awarded to me during the era of Godopia. But now I am the only one who owns this particular medal.
That's really interesting that you would say that. That you, specifically that you're the only one who owns it. That's really interesting. In that
Kinda great.
case, the only person it could be who is sitting in this car is you.
How do you figure that?
By the medal captured here in this footage. It is clearly the same exact medal as the one on your chest.
Oh!
God, he's fake.
Rose cracking. That's crazy.
Put some chapstick on. This is how it will be, but I won't look back. For this is the path that I have chosen.
You've moved me with your devotion to this case, Mr. Edgeworth.
Why is he taking such an arrogant stance with me?
It's almost looking possible, isn't it? For the lot of you have come this far. It looks like I just might lose our little game this time.
You might lose this game. This time, you don't get another round, Mr. Ambassador.
Is that a fact? Very well, I've decided to confess and admit my guilt.
You're going to confess?
And I will accept whatever punishment that may come as a result.
What the?
Regarding the Damask 2 murder, I admit it. I did it out of self-defense.
You're claiming it was justified self-defense?
Damask 2 attacked me, and I felt that my life was in danger. If I hadn't done what I did, I might be the one you found dead instead of him.
What a pathetic performance.
I'm not giving you one.
Wow, you two really know how to laugh at inappropriate times. Okay.
If you wish to
Thanks,
claim
Kay.
it was justified self-defense, then we will need some evidence.
It's always the evidence with you, isn't it? But if that's what you require, I'll prove it. I'll provide it, excuse me.
You were the one asking me for evidence earlier.
No. No. That man left a mark on me when he attacked.
What?
I don't particularly want to show it off, but this is proof that it was in self-defense. I'm an old
No
man,
comment.
and sometimes I don't pay enough attention when I should.
But
Because it's a bite on his neck, get it?
But Damask too didn't have a single weapon on his body. Oh.
Okay.
Hold on. It's nothing to get worked up over because I hid the weapon.
You hid it?
I'm sorry, but as you know, a murder is a murder, even if it is in self-defense, and I couldn't let it become public, seeing as how I am the ambassador. This is the weapon you seek. My special bonsai trimming shears.
Ooh, it's covered in blood.
He was trembling quite badly during our struggle. But that's when we grabbed the shears and were sitting in my office and attacked. So you see, it was an act of self-defense.
Is he right, Mr. Edgeworth?
Since he has both a wound and the weapon that caused it, it's enough to declare it so.
No way.
Oh, which reminds me, I guess there is still one more accusation I need to resolve. Smuggling and counterfeiting. Unfortunately, all of that is my secretary's doing. I had no knowledge it was going on.
Stop spewing nonsense. You're trying to throw my investigation under the bus in your desperation. If you want to get real honest, everything in this case can be connected to you.
The murder of Damask II was done in self-defense. In my trials, no man escapes his crime alive.
Perhaps so, if you were my opponent in court. However, there is one very important fact that I think you may have forgotten.
And what is that?
That's what you mean. Fucking hell. Fucking hell. Ah, god damn it. Heal me out.
It's extraterritoriality.
Who comes up with these? That's extraterritoriality?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's right. This embassy sits on what is effectively Alabastian soil. So any trial that is to be held will be held in Alabast. Therefore, the crime I just admitted to will never be tried in your courts.
Agent Lang, what is Interpol's stance on this?
Agents investigate. That's our job. The judgment of people who have confessed to their crime. That's the court's job.
Ugh.
And I have already confessed to all of my crimes, Agent Lang. Furthermore, by the very nature of my position, I have full fuck. You just said it, didn't you? Extraterritorial
I
rights.
forgot.
Okay, no. This is a
There you
different one. I got really scared. These rights are effective even on your country's soil, therefore. No matter where a crime may take place, I will never stand trial in one of your courts.
How did you say it went? Extraterritorial?
I think it was a different word,
It was
actually.
extraterritoriality. That's what
yes.
Lang said earlier.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Territoriality.
Yeah.
Extraterritoriality.
Extraterritoriality.
There you go.
Okay. That arrogance and your expression. That's nothing like the face of someone who is ready to accept the consequences. Don't tell me you have your own country's judicial system eating right out of your hand.
These crimes you all speak so seriously of. To me, this has all been nothing more than a game. You may chase me out of this embassy with your accusations. But it's no big deal. Alabast has numerous other embassies in other countries around the world. All you would accomplish is you would change the backdrop of our little game.
These two layers of protection that extraterritoriality provides him. This is why he's one of those who cannot be brought to court.
You see now, don't you? I live in a whole different world than you. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go and fetch your eviction papers.
Ugh. Is there nothing we can do?
Oh.
Dang.
Alrighty. So I think what
Gosh.
we said last time is that we're gonna end it here, but next episode will be the last one.
Already.
Because we're gonna do end 2 and end 3 in the next episode.
Yeah.
Provided that end 3 is not I guess we'll do it anyway. I don't know how long it's gonna be, but I don't think it'll be that long. End 2 is quite long though, so that's why we're doing it next time. All right. But that's gonna be it for today. We're actually gonna be here tomorrow too.
Yeah.
W- I'm realizing that I may have double booked something.
Oh no.
So I'll have to sort that out.
All right.
But yeah, we'll see you guys next time, the Eclipse.
We'll
Rise
rise
again.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye bye.